Good morning to all. Today we will continue the lecture series that we have seen what is sand casting in the last class. So hope you remember the important terms that we discussed in the last class about the scope, drag, flask, runner, riser and everything. And we'll move on to the next part of that sand casting. So what are the properties required for a molding sand? Number one, refractoriness. What is meant by refractoriness? The ability of molding sands to withstand high temperature without breaking or fusing. So the temperature of pouring, melting temperature is different from pouring temperature, and you have taken a molten metal in a ladle, and if you start pouring the molten metal, the temperature of molten metal will be around more than 4000 degrees Celsius. So in that case, the molding sand, which is rammed with the patent and created cavity, should withstand the high temperature without breaking. So if there is any kind of distortion in the rammed part, then the casting cannot be obtained in a quality way. So degree of refractoriness depends on that silicon dioxide content, shape and grain size of the particle. To enhance the property, sand should have lower percentage of lime, magnesia, alkali oxides of metals. So refractoriness is measured by sinter point rather than its melting point. So the next property of molding sand is permeability. So also referred as porosity, it is the property of sand to allow the escape of any air or gases or moisture present or generated in the mold when the molten metal is poured into the cavity. So liquid metals causes evolution of gases due to their reaction with molding sand ingredients. So definitely there will be a moisture in the molding sand, and due to high temperature, when the liquid metal comes into contact with the molding sand, it evaporates the moisture in the molding sand, and that becomes the gas, and it has to escape outside the total setup. Otherwise, it will create a lot of defects in the casting that we are going to get. So next one is cohesiveness. So it is also referred to as strength of the sand. It is a property of molding sand by virtue of which sand grains interact and attract each other within the molding sand. Molding sand should be capable of withstanding this compressive and erosive force exerted by the metal while filling the cavity. Low strength molding results in defective castings. So it depends on grain size, particle size, and size, shape, moisture content, density, and strength affect the porosity. The next one is flowability. It is the ability of the sand to get compacted and behave like a fluid. So it will flow uniformly to all portions of the pattern when rammed and distribute the rammed pressure evenly all around in all directions. So in general, flow ability increases the decrease in grain strength or decrease in grain size. So it is also called as plastic fluidity. So adhesiveness is one of the other property that most of the molding sand should have. It is a property of sand to get stick or adhere with the foreign materials, such as sticking of molding sand with the inner wall of the mounting box. So collapsibility, after solidification of the molten metal, the casting is required to be removed. If the molding sand is easily collapsible, free contraction of metal as well as easy removal of the casting is possible. So with this property of the molding sand is getting completed, and all the 6 properties has to be ensured whenever you are selecting a molding sand for sand casting process. So we will continue the lecture in the next class. Thank you for the patience listening.